life only flows me together. Folks in the viewing on GV's best. That podcast on fire. Nothing less, nothing second best. Welcome to the True and New Show. Where wisdom and speak collide. Don't you know? Tune in, buckle up, it's a wild ride. True and New Podcast, the talent's guide.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the True and New Podcast. Unfortunately, this ugly thing is back.
The long nightmare's over, guys. I'm back.
It's the nightmares just begin, guys. And you can see on the other end right here, we got three special guests with us. Guys, shout out your names, guys. Shout out your names. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Hugo Rodriguez.
Lin Francois, First Class Cinema, Baldemar Garcia.
Look at that.
What's going on, guys?
That's awesome.
Welcome to the show, man.
Jeez, y'all find the place okay?
Yeah, chilling, bro.
Good, man. I know
Tallest building in Westlaco, dude. I don't know how they
can't
could
miss it, and it's very haunted. But anyway, that's a whole different show. Ray's like, what? No one said anything about haunted. What the hell are we talking about?
Aren't we all?
Are we all haunted in some way? But ghost first. But anyways, guys, first I want to say thank you to all of y'all watching, subscribing, tuning into our YouTube channel. We've been doing very great the last couple of weeks. We got some great shows coming up for you. Lined up, actually. Got a hold of a couple of good people on the way. So just stay tuned with us for the rest of the month and next month. It's going to get good. But enough about this guy and me. Let's talk about these guys. They're moving mountains over there on their side of the neighborhood. But we want to get to know them personally, not really personally. You know, we want to go that route.
Let's say
really want to.
Let's say really want to.
Rabbit hole you want to go.
That's what my sponsors So kids, get out of the room. Mom, stay close to the TV. No, it's about to get crazy. No, but let's take it one at a time. Let's start with Hugo. Hugo, where are you from? And tell us a little bit about yourself, bro.
So I'm originally from Mission, Texas. I was born and raised in Mission, Texas. And what else? What else do you want to know about?
How y'all started, man? How'd you get into the?
How did I get into the business?
Yeah.
Well, originally I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. Really, I mean, who does, right?
Oh, exactly.
So I'll tell the story. Okay.
Go ahead, man. Go for it.
I was in high school. I was a C/D list student, mostly Fs also.
Welcome to the crew.
So,
You're very welcome.
So I was struggling to get my last credit to graduate.
Okay.
So my English teacher tells me, I can give you extra credit if you apply for colleges. Apply to a couple of colleges, and I'll give you extra credit. Should give you enough to pass and get your last credit to graduate.
Right.
So I'm just kind of there, like, damn, okay, like what? If I'm gonna apply to a college, even though I don't plan on going to a college, I might as well apply to one that if I do get accepted, I want to go to. So I applied for a technical school called KD Conservatory of the Dramatic Arts.
Oh, okay.
Sounds prestigious.
That sounds so prestigious.
It's an acting school. It was for acting. And so I was just like, okay, this sounds like fun. I'll probably never get in it, but I'm gonna apply. So I applied. I got my extra credit literally Saturday before the Sunday of graduation.
Oh.
So I was able to walk with my class.
There you go.
Nice.
And so I graduated, and I was just kind of bumming around for a couple of weeks.
Don't we all?
Yeah,
Don't
right.
we all for a while?
And I was just like, man, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I need to get a job, whatever. And the mail comes by, and it's this book from KD Conservatory.
Okay.
So you've been accepted.
Oh, shoot.
They gave me a script, and they're like, you got to memorize the script. In a month, come to the school and then enroll, and you're going to be performing this script.
Oh, wow.
As kind of like a prove that this is something you want to do type deal.
Right.
And prior to this, I never acted before. I didn't know like what the fuck, like acting.
Right.
They have the casting couch.
Yeah, they had a black couch, kind of like this.
Why does everyone keep referencing this casting couch? What is that?
I don't know. Never heard of the term, bro.
it.
Jesus.
Never heard of
Well,
it.
what site do you go on?
It sounds amazing, though.
We gotta find this
We
site.
should find it.
It's down. You won't.
Oh,
I bet it's
I
down.
bet it's down.
I bet it's real down.
Go on, bro.
I didn't even know that.
I'm the one that told me.
No, well, we know where Bobby's story's going.
You start with that.
But yeah, so I enrolled to school and I got accepted and I started school in January of 2013.
There you go.
January 2013.
There you go.
And it was in Dallas. I probably should have mentioned that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was in school over there for two years, graduated, and it's an acting school. So I told my teachers who were active professionals, like, hey, like what do you suggest I do? They're like, don't go to California. You and everybody else is an actor in California.
Right.
So
right.
you need to build your name up. You need to build your brand.
Exactly.
So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go back to the Valley and I'm gonna learn how to make films. That way I can teach my friends how to make films.
Right.
That way they can put me in film.
There you go. There you go.
So,
Boy, well, you were wrong.
That worked out.
Yeah, that worked out perfect.
I got to the halfway point. I learned how to make films, and I was like, you know what? I love this shit. Like, fuck being in front of the camera. I like being behind the camera.
Right. Exactly.
So, so since 2015 up until now, I've just been building my resume up, making short films, and Find Me is our first feature film.
That's awesome.
That we attempted, but
That's awesome. I've seen the trailer a couple of times, but we're gonna get to that in a few minutes, man. So let's move down the line with Ray. Ray, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, and
What brings you
the
here?
heck are you doing here?
What do you mean he's one of us?
One of us. One of us.
Dominican, So, Lin Francois, born in Iberia Parish, Degenerate, Louisiana, raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And, I actually went to school for arts. I graduated and I got accepted to 11 different art institutes.
Really?
And, yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
I
Wow.
was like one of the top 3, top 4 in my class. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and go to one of these art schools. Our goal, it was me and 4 other guys.
Mhm.
And we would consider like the 4 horsemen,
There you go.
because
There you
we
go.
was all real good and drawing. So the deal was to go to the Art Institute of Atlanta.
Mhm.
However, one decided to join the military.
Mhm.
The other one, it just didn't work out. The other one was scared to leave. And me, it was like, okay, it was supposed to be the 4 of us, but
Right.
I can't go by myself, going to Atlanta. I was like, ugh.
Ray was the Ric Flair of the group.
Yeah, I was like, man, I'm scared. And this, I'm old, so I graduated in 2000.
Mhm.
So I was like, fuck this, man. So I ended up going to the community college to art. And at that time, there was really no social media like talking about. So
Right.
all the
Right.
art schools and all the stuff they taught us,
Mhm.
it was kind of like, hey, there's a big, thing of a starving artist. And I already grew up poor, and fuck that. I'm not going back. I'm not trying to be a starving artist or anything. So I didn't change my major so many damn times, and to where it's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and just do something else. Katrina happened, and I ended up moving to San Diego, California. My cousin took me in, and I ended up joining the military.
There you go.
Joined the military, and after that, I was just like, man, let me go ahead and, try to become like, in law enforcement or something like that.
Right.
Then after that, the shit happened. I had to get sent back to Louisiana, and then all of a sudden, the opportunity came up with the military and the government, and I got put out here. So.
All right.
As soon as I came out here, I ended up meeting a guy of mine who's no longer with us. He was like a brother.
Right.
He was a manager at the local gym here.
Mhm.
And he was showing me, like, I've seen Mexican films before.
Right.
No. but he showed me.
I'll make sure I'll zoom in to that moment. No.
So
what's wrong with wearing a wrestling mask?
So he showed me a clip, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Hey man, this looked bad. It was a shootout scene.
Right.
And I'm like, hey man, this is badass because he felt comfortable and telling me that he's an actor. I'm just like, fuck, man. And it was just a badass little shootout.
Right.
And I was like, all right, hey man, if you ever need a black dude,
I'm your boy.
I'm your guy.
I know one.
Yeah, and I did that. So before you know it, like maybe a month, almost 2 months later,
right?
Hey, I got a role for you. So okay, cool. And it was in some Mexican films. You know, I had to speak Spanish only.
There you go.
And stuff. So
I gotta see this.
So I ended up, I was in there. So I either played some kind of Latino, Dominican, or played like a black guy who just speaks Spanish or whatever the case may be. If everything was all in Spanish,
right.
And but the way they did film, naive. I don't know shit about the industry,
right?
But it's kind of like we show up to set. All right, here's your lines. Like, whoa, hey, dude, I know a little bit of Spanish, but you want me to say all of this? like, hey, can I get a script to study this? Because I want it to sound. I always want to do, a good job.
Right.
So can you give me a script that way I can practice this?
Right.
It's 20 minutes.
You want?
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Try to make it sound more or less organic.
Yeah.
I got you.
But we did 3 feature films that probably never saw the light of day.
Okay.
I've worked, and that's the thing too. I've worked with, I guess you could say like the old school mentality Mexican directors who like to do the cartel, narco,
right,
the old school stuff to where everybody got a gold pistol and like Mario Mata type style films. And
right.
So I was actually in one of Mario Mata's last films.
Really?
Before he passed away, I was in the last film, but the family, they're like, they won't release it.
Oh.
So I'm in his very last film.
Wow.
And the family won't release it.
So
after all of that, I'm just kind of like, none of my films are coming out. So me and my brother Joe Rodriguez, is no longer with us. It was like, man, we're no spring chickens, man. We're like in our mid late, we're over that 35, 37 hump. It's like, man, fuck this, we need to do something.
Right.
So we started like, you know what, instead of doing all these Mexican cinema type films, let's start making our own. Because this started in 2014 and 2019 did 3 features. Not one came out.
Wow.
It never got paid for them. A lot of time, a lot of our own money, and didn't get like no recognition. All people know is the behind the scenes stuff that I posted on social media.
Right.
So I was like, fuck this, man. Listen, I can write. I can write. I'll write us, something. So let's go ahead and start, going out there and trying to, find, other directors.
Right.
Let's go ahead and find directors who actually push shit out. Who actually do stuff. So I ended up coming across this. Oh man, this fucking director is horrible. And he was young and he showed potential, but Joe was convincing me to go ahead and to work with him. I was like, I think his work is shitty. I think his work is.
Tell me how you really feel.
I think his work is shitty. So after that, we end up meeting him and just kind of like, all right, whatever.
I swear, I thought he hated me.
I still do.
I'll work with the kid, no problem. I'll give the kid a shot. And then all of a sudden, this like a little brother, man. Like,
That's good.
I mean,
That's good.
fucking, I love this dude. Man. That's all I can say. Like, man, like he real people,
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, I saw his work and stuff. So I was sliding into his DMs like, hey, buddy. Hey,
What's good?
Hey,
I heard
what's
you
up?
into casting couches.
I like what you're doing down in the streets. So he played hard to get for like almost 2 years. He played hard to get for like 2 years. Then all of a sudden, he gave it up.
There you go.
I can tell you, I don't have a casting couch.
So after
Great segue. Right here.
So it's kind of like I see the potential and everything that Hugo was doing in his films, and I saw the shit that he was doing in his music videos. I'm like, dude, you fuckers are like yin and yang. So what can I do to bring these guys together and stuff? And you're doing
it right now. You're still right in between them.
We've met before.
I'll let him introduce himself, but because how I end up getting them together, you can say I kind of, slip something in their drinks like that.
There you go.
Nice.
Wait a minute.
That's what happened.
But that's how I end up with these guys.
That's awesome, man. So we'll segue straight to Balde here. Balde is no stranger. I've seen most of your work, Balde. It's great work as far as music videos and all that great stuff, man. But let's start from the very beginning. So tell us the stories of your casting couch. No, I'm joking.
Well,
of your OnlyFans. I mean, how it all started. That's what I want to come about. Talk to us, man.
Originally, I used to be an assistant to a friend, someone I knew at the time that would do videos, and I'd help out with the lighting setups, setting and taking things down and whatnot, right? And I used to make music. I used to rap back then growing up in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do shows. I used to do gigs just like all these rappers are doing right now. And I wanted to do my own music videos. I used to pay people to do my videos, but either they would take too long or it would never see the light of day until I kept bugging. And I got frustrated. So I was like, you know what? I'll just buy myself my own camera so I can shoot my own stuff.
Right.
I bought the camera. It was a Canon T3i Rebel. That's what I started with. Canon T3i Rebel. And then a buddy of mine's like, hey, man, so you got a camera? You want to shoot a video for me? I'm like, yeah, sure. He's like, all right, cool. Here's $100. All right, first gig ever, $100.
There you go.
So we filmed the music video. I'm over here just novice, but acting with confidence like I knew what I was doing.
Nice.
There you go.
I watched some YouTube tutorials. And we filmed it, and then from then on, he would tell his buddies, and then we would share it on social media and stuff. And then I was like, okay, cool. I had more people sending me DMs about doing music videos. Mm-hmm. All in all, I never did my own.
I gotta do his.
What was I supposed to do? How you feel about your choices now, Rick?
How you feel about now, Rick?
I got the camera originally for myself as an artist, and then it turned into this, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna turn down the money. So I started doing music videos left and right, and then I networked. And because I was already in the hip hop scene locally, it was easier for me to get clients because I already kind of knew everybody.
Right.
Exactly.
So I already knew, hey, look, I got this camera. If you want to do this, it's this price. Cool. Started off pennies to the dollar. Used to do all these videos, and I didn't go to school for this. These two went to college. I didn't go to college at all. I graduated high school, but other than that, I learned everything through YouTube videos and trial and error. Learning different things on how to work on the field.
School of life, right?
School of life, yeah.
That's usually the best. That's sometimes the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, when you're hungry and you gotta, this is your living. Guess what? You're gonna.
And I'm telling you, I was hungry. I gained like I gained some pounds. I was too hungry, damn it. I was too damn hungry.
You're doing all right. You're doing all right.
You're doing excellent, buddy. Don't worry.
But fast forward years later, Still doing music videos. It pays the bills. Everything's good. God, thankfully, everything turned out the way I wanted to. I used to have jobs. I used to work for Dish Network. I used to work for T-Mobile. And in between, on my days off, is when I would film my clients. So I enjoyed doing it until a couple years ago. I said, you know what? I'm probably going to do this full time. So as of 2020, December 2020, I decided to quit my job and do videos full time.
There you go.
And I've been making more than ever before.
Yeah, well, that's
in between. Because now I have more
That's better.
availability. Now I have more clients to film any day of the week, not just on my days off.
And you've got a pretty good reputation going for you too.
And doing what you love, more importantly, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I got nobody scolding on me. I got no. I mean, I do got some deadlines, right? When someone wants a video, but I can manage. I can work around it, choose my own hours and stuff, and that's what I really like. And then I met Ray. Well, he slid in my DMs, and we chopped it up. I got him to do some short film projects. I haven't done feature films and all that. Normally, what I would do is I would do short films that involve like action sequences, because I'm a big junkie into like fighting. So I love action films. I love horror films. And those are my top two things of what I really enjoy to do. So I did little things here and there, nothing big. It was just to kind of get the experience myself. Right. From filming music videos, it's almost the same thing, because I'm still directing the actors and stuff, but it's more of trying to tell a story. Now, I'm not no professional storyteller like Ray here.
There you go. A little bit of this, Ray. A little bit of this.
But he told me about his project for the film they wanted to do, Find Me. I chopped it up with Hugo, got to work with Hugo, and we just clicked it off because we got to really engage with ourselves into a way that we understood, hey, we ain't here to fuck around. We're here to find out.
Right.
So we really want to put that work ethic in use. So Ray saw my shortcomings and my pros along with Hugo's, as he mentioned, combine them together, and that's how we kind of got this movie going that we're working on right now.
And the big shot. Good, congratulations, guys. I mean, for having Ray. But even though you knew each other, we'll give Ray the credit of bringing you guys together into the union, into a one union, and making the Voltron. We'll go Voltron.
I'm dead serious, man. I worked on a couple of things with him, and it's like, fuck, man. So I would go back to Hugo. I'm like, dude, that's you. And I would work with Baldemar. I'm like, man, you really need to work with Hugo, man. I'm like, dude, y'all like combining together. Hey, y'all do good. And the thing is that I love about it, like all of us, there's no ego as far as, hey, he's good at this, so me and Hugo will take the back seat. You know, Hugo's good at this, so me and him will take the back seat. I'm good at, they'll take the back seat. We all know our strengths, our weaknesses, and we all learning from each other. So we just really mesh well to where it's like, hey, this my lane and stuff, and everybody knows their role and stuff. And it's man, like seeing them on this project, man, it's badass. I'm in the back and I'm listening to them. Talking and stuff. They talking director lingo, and I'm like, so I'm coming in like, I have no idea. I have no fucking clue what they're saying.
Ray, come on.
And I like that. Why don't you go ahead and use the 16 lens? They're like, what? Yeah, the 16, huh? Yeah, the 16. That's what I would do. No fucking clue what I said. I'm just making shit up.
Yeah, man, like I was saying.
That's how it was. Like, why don't you go over there, read the lines? We'll take care of it.
Your lines, Ray,
let us take care of this. You just go over here and look pretty. Just learn lines. Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't it great the way life worked out that all three of you found each other and are working so well together like that? I mean, I whenever I hear stories like that, like it's amazing to me. How?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, I think it was on our first day when we were filming at my house, where I think you're like, hey, so like, how do you feel like this is working out? Because he has never worked with another director, and I never worked with another director.
Right.
So I've never had to kind of share that responsibility or power.
Right,
so we're just kind of
we own all the power as a director. So
yeah. So just we're having our lunch and we're just kind of just talking and stuff, and he's just like, hey, so how do you feel this is going? And like we got into like a little praising little mode, and just kind of like, oh yeah, man, I think this is great. Like you're good at receiving notes, vice versa, this and that. Like we're just kind of praising each other for the work, because that's one of the hardest things to find down here, someone who's willing to collaborate with you, like legitimately. Because people always say, let's collaborate, but then you show up and they just want you to do what they want. But here, like we had like just open policy, like we're just kind of, he has ideas, I have ideas, and we're just meshing well. And like Ray said, like we're literally yin and yang, because our strengths are on the opposite end, but you put us together, we make like the perfect director.
Nice.
Because the raise in the background. Yes.
It's all coming together like a pair of butt cheeks.
And it was never like no ego stuff prior to Ray bringing us together, because I always saw like Baldemar's work from a distance. And I would congratulate him from afar, like, hey, good job, dude. Keep doing your thing. But it's always hard for one director to reach out to another one and be like, hey, you want to join? Because you don't know how they're going to take the ask, like, hey, do you just want me to show up and like be your bitch in essence?
Right.
Well, okay.
It could go that way.
But yeah, so that's why, like, at least for me, that's why I never asked to collaborate. But then, you know, Ray made it happen, and now me and Balde know more of each other to where it's like, okay, I can ask him for help, and vice versa, and it's no big deal.
Well, we got our number one fan, and he's getting upset because we haven't said anything about him. So I'm gonna say right now, yes, Louis, we see you out there. Here we go, Ahmad. There, you happy? Yeah, you got your Ahmad. He's always tuning in, man. Great fan to the show, man. Thanks.
And yet he's not a sponsor, so I don't care.
Come on, Louis. Great job, man.
Oh, man.
Come on,
If
Louis.
you're ever looking for a good hillbilly, Louis your man. But what did I do now? But anyways, well, I mean, that's great, guys. I mean, take me to the process. I mean, you writing the script?
Yes, sir.
When you finish writing the element, the project itself, do you present it to these two guys, or you just say, this is what we're doing? I mean, how is that process?
Well,
They put the camera really close to right there.
with this particular project right here, I begged these two motherfuckers. I begged them, please help me. I never wrote a feature before. You know, everything has been so short. Please, can y'all help me? Hey man, nah, man, dude, like you got this. I'm like, that was them like, leave me alone. don't like I you know him, hey dude, I got music videos and this and that. And I sent him. Right. I sent both of them the script. He didn't fucking read it. I know he did. He read some of it and stuff, and it was just kind of like
I glazed through it.
Yeah, you know,
and I heard it.
And it was just kind of like, all right, you know.
Notice the word wasn't glance; it was like a glaze.
Like, so this is what we got. So when we get on set, hey, we'll make the corrections. But at the same time, I told even recently, you know, we was like, hey man, on the next project, we don't want to make the same mistakes that find me. Look, fuck both of y'all. Because first of all, I begged you both to help me with this. So I'm not trying to hear shit about, oh man, you know, you did this. Look, I asked you to help me. But you let me loose. So this is what we got. And honestly, man, dude, it just worked out so fucking good though. Like the chemistry and everything. Trust me.
Right.
It was stressful.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
It was my own money, you know. But it was stressful.
Right.
But at the end of it, we made magic.
That's
you know
awesome.
what I mean? Again, a lot of like once you see it, you know, a lot of people tell me, dude, I can't imagine $5-6 grand that you saved up and you made this. There's no fucking way.
Right.
That this movie cost that much. We talking 20 minimum, maybe 50 on average.
Wow.
But I was like, nah, $6 grand. You know,
Wow.
$6 grand. A lot of people who he knew, Hugo knew, and I knew, did favors, gave us resources, and you know, just saw the passion that we had for filmmaking to where we're not trying to make bullshit.
Right.
And stuff like we really, and then the story has a message to it.
Mhm.
You know, it has a little horror twist to it and stuff, but it has a message to it, and people was fucking with it. People was like, okay, cool. Loaned us resources, and people came like, I want to be a part of it and stuff, solely because all of us had, you know, a reputation, a name. Balde, big, his name was bigger than both of ours, you know. But it's like, especially in the music industry and everything. Everybody knows, you know. When it comes down to music videos, he's the king writer. So,
right.
But so it just so it's kind of like
getting buttered up.
Right now. I give
movie number 2.
I'm gonna give flowers to my boys. You know, credit when credit's due.
Right.
And so you know, it's kind of one of those things to where people, you know, all of us had a little reputation to where it's like, hey, these guys make good product.
Right.
So and they're coming together. So I want to be a part of that.
I hear you,
and man, dude, it worked out good.
Yeah, I hear you, man. That's awesome. Big shout out to Armando Reyes, El Cacahuate del Valle, as I call him. He's a referee for a bunch of luchadores shows down here.
Oh, okay.
He's a Saludos Raza, Mark Velasquez. Awesome show every single time, bro. I'm gonna give these guys your number, bro. So maybe they might put some luchadores in their
do it.
We can fall. We need some people to fall. We need some people to be thrown and to throw.
We know a couple people.
You want, but
And we know a guy who's like taller than me, and he's a wrestler.
Oh, that's right.
And he could tear every last one of us.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Pete Payne.
Deep Payne.
Pete Payne, big boy.
And he'll do it for a large pizza, dude.
Let's go. We'll dish out his number in a little bit. But so when it comes to the movie casting, on this movie that's coming out, the casting wise, I was noticing in some of the trailer that's out right now, which you guys can look for it on YouTube right after the show, not right now. Yeah. After the show.
No, go right now.
We'll wait. No, but I've noticed some of the people that are coming on this film are local.
Yep.
And like
everybody is.
I think 100% everybody here.
So Christine?
Christine, yeah. Okay. There's only one person that she's out of Corpus.
Okay.
Everybody else.
Shout out to Christine.
There you go. Shout out to Christine.
Her audition. Man.
And that was my next question. When talking about the local actors that are down here, the auditions. I mean, I'm pretty sure you had a good amount of people that wanted to be on this film. But breaking it down, I mean, I know there had to be some that had to be turned away. Maybe they could have been extras. I don't know. I haven't seen the film yet. But when it came to that point where we're doing the auditions, could you tell right away, okay, this person's playing this part, this person's playing this part, or were they all auditioning for a certain part in the movie?
I would say probably Christine was the only one that were like, that's.
We like, as soon as she walked out, it's like, I want her.
Yeah.
I want her in this project.
Like they had people that auditioned for that role. We had one that she was good. And it was like, okay, cool. But Miss Christine changed the atmosphere in the role.
Okay.
She that's the best way I can describe it. Her performance changed the atmosphere to where everyone was just watching her. And it was like, what the fuck? Like,
All right.
she left, and that's it.
That's it. That's the person you want.
That was it. Yeah. You know, there was no doubt, no second guessing. You know, it wasn't a close race. Put it like that. You know, she changed the atmosphere.
I love to work with her again, man. She was phenomenal.
Yeah, so sweet. So sweet, Miss Christine. Yeah.
So what on the scene and I always want to ask this to a director out there in the field, because everybody likes to fool around out there. They're joking and laughing. When it came to the point, who was the aggressor saying, "Hey, let's go"? Who was the one that said, who would step up and say, "Hey"?
You mean who was the grown up?
Who was the grown up in the room? Say, "Hey, let's get this crap together. Let's go."
We're
burning daylight.
Honestly, on our set, I don't think we had too much of a
we've had moments like that in other projects.
In other projects where people are kind of just messing around a lot. But I think with this one, people noticed us like the scale of it. So they were on their
everyone took
best
it
behavior.
Everybody was professional.
So we didn't really need an aggressor.
Not in this one.
Not in this one.
Well, the only reason we ask is because like we're friends and we work together, and you know we.
Are you guys the ones making the noise?
Yeah. we're the interrupting.
I will say that, you know, so if you want to talk about like who's like the Joker, you know, the class clown, that would be this guy. Because
could you tell you?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
not me.
So I'm always, you know, I have a dark sense of humor, and you know, I'll go ahead and just say stuff and just like, you know, I'll fuck with them and to where it just get them, you know, just out of focus. Right. But as soon as they say, you know, I can joke around, and stuff. And the minute they say action,
let's go.
I'm on it, you know. So that's one of the superpowers I can say I can do. Except if you have me to do an emotional scene, like, "Hey, Hugo, keep everybody the fuck away from me." Keep on, like, dude, I need to home in on this moment right here and stuff. So, you know, but I do not want to be bothered on that. But anything else, I can go, and then boom. You know, but we had like a lot of moments to where it's like, okay, we're doing something, and then we have way too many people on set, and they're in the back, and they're talking and laughing and stuff. It's like quiet on set, because we end up.
That's what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah,
he ended up doing a lot of the editing, you know, he edited, and it's like, God damn it, man. Like, I keep hearing this fucking, all these laughing and shit in the background. That's all. I kept on getting a bunch of text messages, a bunch of phone calls, like, damn it. Hey, man, I need you to go ahead and do a voiceover on this one. I need this. Like, and honestly, the movie magic that this dude did, all of us did voiceovers to where we sounded like females, sounded like kids. He would end up tweaking our voices to go, because we couldn't get the actors to come back or get them on time to send in the recordings to kind of redo the lines.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we had to do it. All three of us. We're at his place in his room, like, okay. So we're recording, so he's tweaking the voices to make it sound just like.
I'm making him sound like one of them kids.
Yeah, one of the kids, or like a female and stuff.
Fucked up shit,
man. You know,
and
dude, it sound you would not be able to tell.
Awesome.
Like we it's movie magic, man. We kind of surprise ourselves.
But for the majority of it, everybody was attentive and professional. They came in ready to do their parts. Like I said, there's been cases in the past, like where I'm filming a project and I'm directing and filming, and I have to tell people to shut the fuck up.
There you go.
People know I don't filter it, and I tell them, Ray was there. But matter of fact, these two were there. One time I had told, in the middle of a film set, I told the people hey, look, it's because here's the thing: we're filming a scene. Everybody wants to watch.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to watch the scene. You have no relevance to the scene. You're not even in the scene, but you just want to watch. Cool. Watch from a distance. But when there's chit chatting on the side, it's like, hey, look, if you don't got to be here, I need y'all to get the fuck out. And I'm talking like that to my actors.
Yeah.
But also because we're on a time crunch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't have the budget or the days to work on something at a good pace. So we have to work with what we have.
Right. Exactly.
So that involves having these type of conversations. It's not like I'm gonna choose to. It's just kind of like a reflex. Like, hey, get your shit together, get the fuck out, quiet down, and I have to keep reminding people. But then, like on that later that day or that night, that morning, whenever we finish, I message everybody individually, apologizing in my own manner. So
there you go.
But it's because I take it serious.
Mhm.
Right.
If I didn't take it serious, I will let you do what you want.
Exactly.
But I care about the project. I want to make sure that every actor, that every shot is as good as we can possibly get it.
Exactly.
And it sucks, but it has to be done
No, I
sometimes.
hear you. I hear you, man. I hear you, man.
I can honestly say, because, you know, like working with these two, I kind of know what they want and like what they need. So especially if they're, you know, being a director, they can't think about all this other shit. So if I'm on set with them, I'm not only just acting or whatever. I try to be of service to the film, to wherever. Oh, hey, just like you mentioned, because he had to say that a few times, and to where it's like, I got it. Hey, if you're not part of the scene, everybody needs to go. Everybody go over here. Hey, quiet on set. Do this. Do this. That way, they're not having any attention towards him.
Right.
They take it towards me. I don't care. I'll be the bad guy. I'm used to it. Like, I'll be the bad guy. But yeah, we've had so many instances where people just, everybody want to be with the phone.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be there, and it's kind of like, it's distracting to the actors, because not everybody is professional, or, you know, we're using a lot of new people, so it's hard for them to perform with a crowd there, and it's hard to perform because a relative is there,
Right.
and it's hard to perform when you got people doing this, like, you know, it's, everything's distracting.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like, you know, you need to go. And we've had, we had a instance to where we need to go ahead and have a closed set, because some people just get so overzealous. Oh, I'm going live, you know. I'm over here, you know, going live. You know, I'm on set.
Get my Instagram at 100, baby.
Yeah. I'm over here on the 23rd, and, you know, at this place, and, you know, we're filming. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And, you know, now everybody's coming here. Like, oh shit, I want to see it too. Like, God damn it, man. So we have to, you know, we have to go ahead and kind of let people know ahead, like, hey, cut that shit out. No going live. No doing it.
Get in front of the camera. Don't come.
Yeah.
Don't.
And at the same time, it's like, hey, you know, man, one of the biggest problems that we've had is everybody said they want to be an actor. Everybody wants to do all this stuff, but nobody really puts in the work to do it.
Right.
Because they I want to be an actor. Okay, cool. They come there. They had the lines for weeks, and they come unprepared. Well, dude, how long? Like, you had this 3 weeks, you know.
Right.
Why you don't know your shit?
Yeah.
You know, especially if you have a little bit, why you don't know your shit? And then at the same time, in between takes, why you chit-chatting, bullshitting instead of learning your lines?
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
like, you right now, you look stupid on camera.
Yeah.
You know, you look bad, and like, you're looking bad, and we're looking bad because we trusted you to, you know, to go ahead and do this, but here it is, you showing complete unprofessionalism.
Right.
And it is, man, dude, it's bad. But no, everybody wants to be an actor, but nobody wants to go ahead and really put in that work. And then on top of that, it's like, okay, I did my part, cool. Now, once we start promoting, it's like, okay, why are you not promoting me, dude? It's not my job to promote you. It's my job to promote the film. If you're not in the trailer, you're not in the trailer. We didn't do it to cut you out the trailer to be malicious.
Yeah.
We going like with the flow of the film, what looks good. And if your scene didn't make the cut for the trailer,
just wait for the movie.
Yeah, just wait for the movie.
Exactly.
But at the same time, be of service for the movie.
Exactly.
Don't it's not your show. It's not, you know, you're not the main actor, especially if you just have a small role.
Right.
It's not about you. So, you know, go ahead and be a team player and promote the film. Don't worry about oh, you wasn't in the trailer, or oh, you didn't get seen on this, or whatever the case may be, or even like, I know you guys film me and so many times, but you only see a little snippet of you. Shit happens. I'm like, dude, I've gotten paid on projects. You did not see me.
But the thing is, you got paid.
But at the same time, I've gotten on projects to where I didn't get paid.
Yeah, exactly.
And you didn't see me.
There you go.
And you didn't see. But I get it and stuff. So that's why it's be of service to the film, and don't be be selfless instead of selfish.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, if you show your professionalism on set, like, hey, you may not have been seen on this one, but since you did such a fucking good job and a team player, got you on the next one.
Yeah.
And these guys are real. They pay attention to that shit.
Right.
Like how you work with us on this. Like you may have had a small role, and you know what? She, they toughed it out. They worked with us. They was easy to work with. He, she, they.
Pronunciations.
Pronouns matter.
They toughed it out. So therefore, hey, I'm gonna use them again on another one because they was easy to work with.
Right.
But nobody really sees that. They just kind of like, oh man, what about me? What about me? I'm like, bro, come on, man. You don't know the business. The business is not about you; it's about the film.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that they're the star.
Exactly.
Sean Logan agrees to go. Slim is right. Slim is right.
Wow, Sean.
Sean Logan, man, on the podcast here with us. But yeah, man, it's true. I hear what you're saying, man, and it's so true. And I mean,
you would think that people who say that they want to be an actor would treat it like they would a job.
Right.
When you want to do a good job at something,
even if they're getting paid, it's like you still showing the same bullshit. It's like, you're getting paid. It's kind of like, well, y'all not paying me that much, but fuck. You accepted the job.
You accepted the job. Yeah.
You knew what you were signing up for.
Exactly.
You accepted the part of the waiter, and
and you brought the wrong dish.
You don't even have a dish. You're standing in the wrong spot. You're not wearing the costume.
What are you doing? I'm just trying to do the film. Guys, let's go ahead and say hello to one of our sponsors here, Honora's Constructions LLC. These guys renovate commercial, residential. Great guys. You want great craftsmanship. I always mess up with that word.
Craftsmanship.
Thank you very much.
And reliability.
Yes. Give Honora's Construction a call, man. Great guys. You'll see the phone number right here. She'll appear right here. Also, another great sponsor of ours, Buzzed Bull Creamery.
Buzzed Bull.
Oh my
Creamery.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever had ice cream infused?
Okay, I'm like that Buzz Bull Creamery. I'm like, bro, I got so many ideas.
That is infused. That is infused.
It is ice cream that has been infused
with liquor. So you might want to check that. They're right down the street from us.
Right down the street here in Westlaco.
And great. Talk to Vidi. She'll help you out, man. Great service.
They also have regular ice cream, delicious ice cream.
Non-buzzed.
Non-buzzed.
I wonder if I could give that to my kids before. Hey, y'all want some ice cream?
We'll get that one out. And last but not least,
I like where your head's at, but keep it off.
And last but not least, I think Ray might like this one. It's called The Rabbit Hole. Step into the world of endless possibilities. The Rabbit Hole liquor, beer, and adult novelties. From the spirits of craft beer and the tranquilizing adult toys. That's what it says, tranquilizing.
Okay.
All right.
Do they have a casting couch?
It does say your chances are they got everything you need for a wild night. Embrace the curiosity, explore the rabbit hole where pleasure and adventure awaits. Those are all our sponsors, man. Thank you so much for sponsoring the podcast. After today, I'm not sure you'll be around anymore, but
what a way to go.
Yeah, what a way to go, dude. And Ray's over there smiling, put Ray on camera. Ray's smiling because he wants to know the exact location where that rabbit hole is.
Just go ahead and just text me after that.
So now we got to the second portion of the podcast. We're talking about the movie.
Right.
All right. And the name of the movie is Find Me, correct?
Yes.
Find Me. Now, take us a little backstory on what this movie's about. I mean, more or less the idea. Don't go too much. Just want to know what's the whole what's
Just
the
tell
idea?
us absolutely everything.
Tell us the story.
Tell us everything.
We got enough time. Go ahead. Anybody?
Okay. Just basically, you know, it's about a detective that's working a case, trying to solve a case of missing kids, kids that's being kidnapped, kids being murdered throughout the RGV, and you know, something happens to where you know something happens to where he ends up getting clues on how to find these kids and stuff. So I can't tell you that part of what happened.
That's fine.
But you know, something happens, and you know, he is hot on the case. We have it to where there's a little plot twist in the end. There's a few little nuggets in there, and if you actually paid attention to everything that's happening, you can see kind of where it's gonna go if you really paid attention.
Okay.
So, but like once you see the ending and everything comes together, you're like, oh damn, okay, you know,
right,
you know. But me being a parent and stuff, I kind of wrote it to where it's, you know, as a parent, what is your greatest fear?
Yeah,
you know,
and that's one of them.
That's something happening to your kids.
Yeah.
So that was how I was going to go that horror route, you know, with a little supernatural sprinkled into it, and you know, give it a little suspense, a little thriller, and you know, just to go ahead and do that, and also make it entertaining. You know, it's like a murder mystery, supernatural, horror, thriller, all that suspense.
You just repeated that 3 times.
We'll take it.
No, really emphasize it. Really set it on.
Hugo, doing the film itself, what did you lose yourself doing it? I mean, the movie was that good, or when you were directed it itself? I mean, seeing the scenes happening, you're like, damn, this. We got something here. I mean, in that process?
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things was, I mean, because I've done a lot of short films myself, and a lot of them with Ray. So I kind of, being at a lower level or smaller scale, I should say, I thought it was just going to be the same thing, just extended. Oh, okay, we're not shooting for 4 days. We're shooting for 10 days. It's not that big of a difference. But then I can't pinpoint the scene exactly, but we're Yvonne's ranch. So we're at a ranch, and Ray's having a scene there, and then we start having cars like pull in, and it's all the extras. We had like maybe 50 to 60 extras, something like that. It was a lot of them, and we've never had that in films before. So that's when it kind of just like, oh fuck, like this ain't like our regular films that we usually do. Like, this is like serious, and we're having the scene, and everybody's just performing, and it's just a whole nother just level of performance that I saw from Ray and everybody else that was involved. Because like you said, it's a lot of locals, so most of the actors I had already worked with before, so I thought I was going to get the same, but no, they like everybody stepped it up. So I guess that's kind of like how I lost myself into it.
All right.
Or just like seeing something different than what was before.
Right. And Balde, you doing the final editing on it, doing the last charade, putting everything together. And when you're doing that, I mean, what's the process in your mind when you're seeing this all come together, man? And you're like, what's boiling up? I mean, all that, you're like, fuck, shit, fuck.
He hates the film by this point.
After you watch the film like 256 times, it's like. So this is the reality of how it went. I'm working on a film. Dude, this shit's hype. This is so badass. I got these dope scenes. I love this angle. I love the way this happened. Boom, 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 boom. That's week 1. Week 2. Hey man, it's looking pretty good. It's looking like a movie.
Right.
It's looking like a movie.
That's another inside joke.
And then a month later, so far so good. It took me 3 months. It took me 3 months to edit the film.
Okay.
It's about an hour and a half. It took 3 months. That's including revisions and everything.
Right.
But by the 3rd month, I was like, "Fuck that!" Like,
I'm done with this shit.
I'm done with this film.
He knows all the lines.
I know play by play the scenes, how it looks. I can watch the movie without even just listening to audio. Like, it was a whole process. But in through it, I had Hugo and I had Ray at the crib. They were there in my office, and I was playing the scenes back. That way I can change anything real time of what they like, what they don't like, how to do this, how to do that. We did outsource to have an audio engineer engineer the sounds and the vocals and all that. So for me, primarily, it was more of the color grading, synchronizing the clips, and the intro credits and selecting of the sounds.
Right.
So on that, I feel like I did pretty well on. I was pretty content with it. But again, I was so excited. I was full of energy. And that shit went from 100 to 0 real quick. And I'm telling you, like, I probably I can't watch it again. Like, it's I kid you not. Easily over 115 times I've seen it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, when the final product is done, you guys step in to finally watch it already.
Well, we watched it. We had a premiere early on in the year.
Okay.
When was it? March?
No, February.
Okay.
So we watched it in its entirety, and it's funny because me and him were because Butler had COVID at the time, so he couldn't make it.
Oh, okay.
He says, perfect time.
He's like,
Thank you, COVID.
you're like the time here is
COVID
like,
case.
yeah, I know, like here it is. You guys like, okay.
That's really weird. That's really weird.
All of a sudden, Bobby has COVID. On the premiere, Bobby. I'm sick, guys.
I have my receipts. I got receipts.
Doctor's excuses.
So he had COVID, so he didn't go to the premiere, and me and Ray are kind of just like, because we hadn't seen it as many times as Bob did.
Right.
We had seen it a lot of times because we had to send the revisions and all that stuff. And
Right.
so we had seen it a lot ourselves. So me and him can just like, man, I'm just gonna close my eyes when the film's playing. That way we can just rest. Because up to that point we're like crunching for like a whole month, getting everything situated. So we're just kind of tired and burnt out. So we're just like, man, when the movie starts playing, that's when we can rest. Because that's it. We don't need to watch this anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And, but you know what? Being in a crowd full of people and stuff, it gave it a whole different feel. Like we're sitting watching it like it was our first time again.
Okay.
And if it was, that's how. When you ask me like, when did you know you had something? That's probably
Right there.
Right there.
Right there.
That moment.
Yeah, I was like, damn, this is a movie. This is a movie.
Bobby's man, I said like 2 months ago. I got COVID.
Leave me alone. Enjoy the premiere.
Jesus. Wow, man. Well, I mean, it'll be out in Amazon now. Tossing that into Amazon. It's Amazon Prime, by the way, where you guys are going to be looking for it May 16th. How did you land that?
It took a lot of negotiation with that. I'm gonna jump in there.
This is one of those moments to where like I need somebody to speak for me.
Yeah.
I said the wrong thing. Yeah, because we had a bunch of few meetings, and I'm getting heated. Like, so I'm gonna take over, with Ray.
Right.
So maybe.
So prior to all this, I want to give a shout out to Noel G. So I brought down Noel G a few years back to do a project with him. For those who don't know who Noel G is, he goes by Hector in every film possibly ever made.
There you go.
Super cool dude, super awesome, very friendly, and prior me, because I was basically the fucking chauffeur, taking him from Harlingen to McAllen, and then we chilled there and we chopped it up, talked business, talked about business opportunities, and we got to talk about contacts.
Okay.
how to engage and how to do this, how to position this and this and that. So he gave me a lot of insight, gave me good pointers, gave me good contacts, and I left it at that. Years later, we got to work on this. So I got the contacts, I got the insight, I got what I needed from over here. It was just for the timing to go into it.
Right.
So now it's the perfect timing. We have a film, everything's ready. Now, can we get it approved? So at that point, through phone calls, emails, going back and forth, we got it green lit. It took some negotiating. It took on it, but I made sure to be on the forefront of that and just make sure that we did not fuck up this opportunity.
Yeah.
We did not want to drop it. So whatever they sent me some changes. At first, it wasn't greenlit. I had to make, after we all agreed that it looked good, they sent me like a fucking spreadsheet of things that needed to be modified.
Right.
So I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. Let's do it. Tweaked it. Boom, here you go. Approved. Badass. Greenlit. And we are solid. So now we have our foot in the door. This is our first big project to be distributed at a big scale with Prime. So shout out to them.
Yeah, there you go.
And we're very excited to see where this takes us from here.
That's awesome, guys. That's awesome. I mean,
It's an amazing.
that's an amazing jump.
Opportunity,
The
yeah.
opportunity to go to Amazon Prime, man. I mean, personally, I haven't heard anybody do that at here in the RGV personally. But maybe there is. Maybe there is.
There is.
Maybe there is.
Yeah, trust me.
But somebody that that I'm actually talking to doing that's a big accomplishment, man. That's awesome. That's awesome, and kudos to you guys, man. That's
Absolutely.
great.
Congratulations.
I love Ray's reaction when Bob was talking about all that stuff back there. He ran me the little priest from Born Soleil with little belly. Get behind me, Satan! Get behind me! Kind of threw me there for a minute, like, damn. Ray, calm down, Ray. It's almost over.
And the beautiful thing is, like, these guys know me to where it's like, I got you. I got. I'm like, okay. All right.
Oh, guys, we're about an hour and 3 minutes into the podcast. Time flies. Time flies when you're having fun, man. Having great conversation with great company.
But unfortunately, it needs to come to an end because any second now the show's about to fuck up.
I always have podcast guys always screw us over.
Yeah,
but
we got an hour and that's it.
yeah, that's basically it. Social medias, Hugo, where they can reach you and find all your information.
You can find all my films and anything I do film on YouTube, Val Entertainment, or you can find me on social media as Hugo Rodriguez. That's about it.
All right,
Okay.
Right.
I'm pretty much big in Instagram, so you can find me at Trials and Scars, and that's pretty much it.
There you go.
Or Lin Francois, you can look at that.
All right,
Charles was good.
Balde.
Cool.
We don't have Balde.
YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Moco Space, MySpace,
Moco
OnlyFans.
Space, oh my God.
First class cinema. First class cinema.
OnlyFans, casting couch.
Moco Space or Mecmo Space?
It's the same thing, man. We lost a sponsor right here. Guys, I appreciate you coming out here and having a little fun with us, bro. Talking to us about your film. Coming out May 16th, guys. You get a chance. Look for it on Amazon Prime, May 16th. That'll be the premiere date. Go on there. Check it out.
And what's the name of the movie again?
Find Me.
Find Me.
Yeah.
And the trailer is on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Check that.
I'll make sure I'll paste that on our YouTube channel,
Yes.
so we can have it on there playing after this podcast is over, so they can get a
Absolutely.
good glimpse of it.
Yeah.
So
There you
enjoy
go.
the trailer at the end of the show. Guys, like I said, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys reaching out to
Come
us.
back anytime, guys.
Anytime.
Thank y'all for having us.
Yeah, thank y'all. Like, shit, man.
Guys,
Appreciate
if you
that.
ever need somebody to die in your film, I'm your guy.
I'm dying right now, man. I'm method. I am method when it comes to dying.
No, literally, get the fuck off.
Oh, fucking ambulance.
We get the birdies.
Oh, yeah, I gotta cut this guy off because he can go all night. Guys, thank you so much for coming out, man. Appreciate you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our podcast for the day, man. Great podcast today, Chin.
Another great one.
Another great one for the books.
Yes,
Tune in next week. We should have more stuff for you next week.
I'm going to have COVID.
You know what? It's funny. Every time we get these guys to come in over video, you're never here.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's really weird.
It's a beautiful thing for me. But guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and look for Find Me on Amazon Prime May 16th. Guys, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys following, watching the show. And like always, guys, latest gators!
You really think we're going to find something in there?
I don't know. But if this will help us find these missing kids, we might as well check it out.
Divers were able to recover 3 bodies of children that went missing over the weekend.
He is 6 years old, and police say some family members have not seen him for months.
So now the investigators are working behind the scenes trying to pinpoint new locations for the search teams to look.
When a person gets in trouble, we arrest them and put them in cages. When an animal gets in trouble, we fucking put him down.
Did they find his body?
Okay, so that's how he did it. He created a game to lure his victims in, and only he knew where they were. And that's why nobody's suspecting the thing.
We learned from a deputy here at the scene.
Help me! Help me, please! What's the emergency?
I have an unidentified victim who's 10-7. I'm located.
Somar Mix.